I'm holding a VHS copy of the 1985 comedy Better Off Dead, starring Denny LaChance and Hoops McCann himself, the man who went inside Malkovich's head, John Cusack.
My grandmother dropped acid and she freaked out and hijacked a school bus full of penguins, so it's kind of a family crisis, so come back later, great.
And starring the Van Wilder security guard, it's Ack himself, Curtis Armstrong.
I've been going to this high school for 7.5 years. I'm no dummy.
In the time it takes to rewind this tape, I'm going to answer all of your dead questions. How much do I owe you?
$2. Cash.
Will you get serious?
I could be home right now, drinking this monster eggnog my brother makes with lighter fluid.
Do you have Christmas in France?
Christmas. Christmas.
And you'll make a fine helper. What's your name?
Charles DeMar.
Shut up, geek.
I answer all of these and more on today's episode of VHS Breakdown. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta get ready. I'm Miguel Jose. I own a ton of movies, but they're all on VHS. No one wants to buy them. I can't even give them away. So I'm gonna watch these films and break them down one last time.
I will not give it up, Beth. See, you'll only be sorry someday you'll want me back.
Okay, so I just watched the tape, and what I saw was a romantic comedy about a troubled high school teen who lost his true love. No, I'm not talking about John Cusack trying to get back that girl Beth. I'm saying, watching this movie again, I realized the real true star of this film is his neighbor Ricky.
Ricky? He's so shy.
First of all, I'm not even really sure why we're supposed to be rooting for Lane. He is obsessed with his ex-girlfriend Beth. I mean, straight up stalker.
That boy is obsessed.
Let's forget for a second that he's got her pictures all over his room. Does he really need her picture on every single hanger he has in his closet? And what kind of psychopath showers in socks? I'll tell you what kind of psychopath. A suicidal one.
Now back to suicide again.
I would have to say that for an 80s comedy, this movie has an insane amount of suicide attempts. First he tries to hang himself. Then he tries to jump off a bridge into traffic. Then he tries to kill himself in the garage in his car. And he even tries to light himself on fire with a Molotov cocktail. And I gotta say, it's about time we saw more Molotov cocktails in movies. I'm making a cocktail! Anyways, in between Lane's hilarious suicide attempts, we find ourselves running into an old friend, Chosen from Karate Kid 2. So here's the new Chosen timeline. First, he gets rejected by those girls at the party in Real Genius.
They're beauticians?
After that, he goes back to Okinawa where he gets drum punched to the face by Daniel LaRusso in Karate Kid 2. Finally, he comes back to America and races Lane Meyer doing Howard Cosell impersonations.
It's an awesome spectacle.
And in case you're wondering, that's not him doing impersonation. It's actually impressionist Rich Little. This film also has a couple of great pedophile cameos. The first one is by Vincent Schiavelli.
This is a bit awkward.
Who's the teacher who obviously has no problem trying to date Beth.
If you would mind if I took out Beth?
Another great cameo is by Taylor Negron. You might remember him as Milo from The Last Boy Scout. I remember him as the kid-touching mailman who's down to date high school girls.
I know that you were going out with that girl, Beth, and I can see that you're not going out with her anymore.
Although, I do have to remember, maybe Beth is 15 years old. And if there's anything I learned doing this show, it's that if she's 15 in the 80s, it's not rape. Speaking of rape, another reason I'm not rooting for Lane is that he basically tries to rape that girl in the cheerleading outfit right in front of everybody in the lunchroom. But like I said in the beginning, this film isn't about Lane. It's about Ricky, an obese, heartbroken boy with an overprotective mother. All Ricky wants is love, and you can tell that by the photo he gives Monique for Christmas. But even though Ricky's nice enough to give her that gift, of course all she does is laugh at it. She doesn't even care when he tries to share his lunch with her. Cold-hearted bitch. Speaking of heartbreak, it makes me really sad to see Dottie from Pee-wee's Big Adventure singing songs of heartbreak at the school dance. First of all, it's an 80s movie, so of course there's a dance. But more importantly, did you check out Ricky's moves on the dance floor? That boy can dance. Another quick note on the dance. If you notice when Beth walks in and Booger starts laughing like an idiot, right next to Beth is a guy wearing a black and red striped sweater. And that's paying homage to her being the first victim of Freddy Krueger in Nightmare on Elm Street. But the movie ends, we all learn that the only way to get over a broken heart is to find somebody new, and we all get the happy ending that we're hoping for. No, I don't mean Lane and Monique getting together at the end. Who cares? She's a foreign exchange student. She's going to be going back to France in a hot one anyway. I'm just happy that Ricky finds a girl in the end, because that's really what this movie's all about. True love. And suicide attempts. Oh, looks like the tape's done rewinding. And it's a good thing too, because I could go for a cocktail. I'm making a cocktail! Damn it, I can't say it.
I was laughing so hard the whole time. Ah, man.